Hey everyone, how's it going? So, thanks to some data mines from Hydros and maybe some other people, I don't know if Air was a part of this, but at least Hydros, we have the details, or at least most of the details, for the new memories and characters coming out in the few days. So, let's start with the free event memory here. This is Delude, Deceive, and Befuddle with Mr. Compress. So what it does is it increases the character's speed by, we don't know the percentages on any of these, so I'm just gonna say blank. So it increases this character speed by a blank amount if there are any League of Villain characters on the team. Already this makes this memory really good because I could see this being around like 40% speed boost, which is massive, especially for Ultra Arena. Then also increases characters plus Ultra move skill impact. Oh, that's good. You don't see it too often. By a blank amount from the fourth turn onward. Ah, okay. Here's the art. Looks really good, actually. So yeah. Next we have the SR memory from the banner, which is the boys love sweets. It's a bit out of the weird, but hey, you know what? Whatever, it's fine. And what it does is, when equipped to a male character, increases skill impact by a blank amount, and increases characters plus ultra gauge by a blank amount when the battle starts. Now, obviously, I will say, when these come out, I will go over the percentage values on all of them. So yeah, this is a nice little memory. Now we move on to the big ones. The UR memory, double the toga. So, this increases the character skill impact by a blank amount when the character is when it's equipped to a villain character. So that's really nice. And once per battle, regenerates a blank amount of HP for one turn when HP is below 30%. Now, obviously, again, we don't know the percentage values, but my guess is that this is going to be similar to Overhaul's passive, to where it's going to give just an absolutely gigantic heal. Like, I could see maybe it giving like a 70% heal or something like that. I don't know, we'll have to see, but yeah, it's gonna be a really good memory, I think. Especially for villains. Then we have SR Shigaraki, finally. His plus ultra does a blank amount of damage to a single opponent, medium chance to cause fear, which is huge, in the opponent for 2 turns, and higher chance to cause fear if the opponent is a red unit. So that's actually really good, because obviously you use this Shigaraki in maybe the red USJ. So being able to inflict fear on Endeavor, which I believe you can do, will be massive. In case you don't know what fear does, it makes it so when the opponent is under half HP, they have a pretty high chance of just not attacking you with anything. So it's pretty good. Then his first skill, Collapse, deals a blank percent of damage to a single opponent, low chance to cause fear in the opponent for 2 turns, and a higher chance if they are red, so just like his plus ultra. His second skill is a boosting skill, Game Over. Decreases a single opponent's defense by a blank amount for 3 turns. That's actually already really good. And decreases the opponent's crit rate by a blank amount for 3 turns. That's not terrible. The defense lowering is pretty nice, though. Then for his passives, increases the critical hit rate of all allies, League of Villains, by blank percentage. So that's okay, but that's not huge. It could have been better, but it depends on how much the value is. If it's only 10%, that's but if it's 20%, that's actually pretty good. And then finally, once per battle, increases characters plus ultra gauge by a blank amount when under half HP. So here's his arts. Pretty nice for SR. And then finally, we move on to the main man himself, Dobby. So, his plus ultra inflicts a blank amount of damage to a single opponent with a high chance to burn the opponent for 3 turns and high chance of burning himself for 3 turns. Now that may seem bad, but remember the blue SR Dobby, it's the same kind of gimmick with him as it is with this UR. But obviously you'll see that in his auto skills. So for his first action skill, he does a blank percentage of damage to all opponents. So probably like 250 at most. Maybe a bit more, I don't know. But high chance of causing all opponents to burn in hellfire. Now this is a new effect that basically, from what I've gathered from Hydros and some people in the server, it acts like burn, but all 3 turns of the burn activate in 1 turn. So they'll take, I believe it's like 30+% damage of their max HP in 1 turn. So that's really huge. And since it's a high chance, that's almost guaranteed on all of the opponents. Like, this is really good. It also depends on the multiplier, but honestly, like, the burn is just so powerful. And then he also has a medium chance for all opponents to normal burn for 3 turns if they don't get the Hellfire burn. That, or they could be separate as well, which would be even more crazy. And a high chance of burning himself for 3 turns. Then his second action skill deals blank damage to all opponents, decrease their power of all opponents by a blank amount for 3 turns, so that's really good. And medium chance of burning all the opponents for 3 turns, just the regular burn, not the Hellfire. And a high chance of burning himself for 3 turns. Obviously, you can see with every skill he does, he basically burns himself. But that's because of his passives here. Increases his critical hit rate by a blank amount when burning, and increases his plus ultra gauge by a blank amount when battle starts. And now the biggest part of it, increases his skill impact when he's burning, and reduce damage received from burn. So when he burns himself, he's going to take reduced damage from the burn, which is huge, because that was like the biggest problem with the blue Dobby, was he had trouble with the burning himself because he whittled his own HP down with it. But with this, I imagine it's going to be next to no damage taken from burn. So that's going to be really good. I'll play his UR animation once again, just so you can all see it. If it wants to load. So yeah, there's that. And then here are his arts. So yeah, that is going to be the video. These units and memories look pretty dang powerful, and I'm excited that we're finally getting more villain buffs. So yeah, anyways, that's going to be the end of the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.